Joe. So I don't know if you have sound.
Okay, yeah, I have sound. I don't know if I had sound a minute ago. It could be. It
Right
could
now on
be.
YouTube, you do not have sound.
Okay, I'm checking through all of those settings currently. So if sound check could let me know if there are sounds. Um. Okay, it's telling me I do have sound. I have everything. Richard, say something.
I just heard. I just heard myself on. I hear me, but I don't hear you.
Okay, well that should be fixed now.
You're very quiet.
I'm always very quiet. Uh,
Well, Zach Mecca is still got a mirror full of Dylan Herbotten, and Dylan Herbotten, he is trying to work his way around that 99. 99 is not giving him any room on that inside. He pretty much blocked the outside lane, so he could not tuck up in between the 24 and light. But now he is going to be battling for the lead on the inside. But and a yellow flag is out. It looks like the 22 has gotten into an incident.
Uh-oh, let's go take it back and take a look. And I'm showing that I have sound, so we should be good.
Broadcast was switched over from me to Amanda, so you're gonna have to refresh.
You know, I had to think about what you said for a second there. You confused me for a second there, Richard. Thanks. All right, Jack Nunemacher has crashed and he has jumped to the pits. So let's see what happened when this yellow flag happened.
So I believe that had a little bit to do with the 11. 11 was on in the wall, and
Oh,
yeah.
well,
So the
he's
11
there,
is
then he's not. So we're just going to go ahead and go back live since it looks like he just disappeared off the track. So while we are under caution, we'll go through these cars a little bit more. Stephen Light in his Wounded Warrior Project car. I'm not sure what Dylan Hervotten. Oh, Eckrich? I think that's his Eckrich. Don't quote me on anything tonight.
Eckers.
Is that what that says? Okay.
Eckers.
I said I can't. It's so far away. Let's see.
All right, the
There's
11 being in
Darren
the wall
Bruce.
coming down the track caused the 22 or the 23 to get into the 11, and that's the reason why 11 got an EOL.
Oh. Darren Bruce with I can't read that. Asphalt repairs though. James Mandarud in his Budweiser car. Justin Shoop
Info.
in.
He collected the 23. 23 bounced off his rear end.
No, not the M&M's car. Jack has the M&M's car. Richard.
Yeah, uh, I hate that for him.
Zach Stevens in his American flag, what looks like the Declaration of Independence on the front. Looks like we got a couple takers for the pits. Curtis Ecker has crashed.
Yeah, go ahead. You might have to mute me for a minute
Okay, hold on.
off the stream.
Okay, keep talking so I can make sure I mute you correctly.
Um,
Okay, now
I'll
you're
be right back.
muted. Now you're muted. All right, guys. Well, while we are still under caution, the pace car lights are still on. Go back towards the back and see. Well, so 24 laps in, we are on our second caution of the evening. While we're doing that, let's take a look at some of our sponsors.
Amanda,
Are you a
Yes,
veteran or
Richard.
currently serving?
update.
Or perhaps
And the pace car is what?
Update because it still says Old Glory Trucks. When you get a chance.
Okay. I thought you were going to tell me to update my paints.
No.
All right. So while Zach Mecca and Dylan Hervatin are out there leading the pack, Scott Healy and Sean Anderson are back here battling it out for third place position. Sean Anderson looks like he's going to utilize that inside line to try to make his way around, and Scott Healy's going to cut him off and not let that happen tonight. The 27 of Darren Bruce is right behind them, and coming up on the high line is going to be the 09 of Justin Shoop.
I do want to point out one driver that I'm looking at right now, and
Hold on,
he is.
let me unmute you. Okay, there you go.
I do want to, point out one driver that I'm looking at right now, and that's going to be that 86 of Damon Nagel. Ooh, we got a little bit of action going on in the back. But Damon Nagel is up 11 positions. He's riding around at the 12th spot, but that car is nice and clean. He's right behind Curtis Acker, which is up 5 positions. We might see a position change here in just one moment, but he is all over the 19, looking down low, and he might come up 12 positions as Joe Munchell in that Dunkin' Starbucks. We're going to call it Dunkin' Bucks. The Dunkin' Bucks 69 is up 11 positions, also riding around in 9th. So we got two big movers, but the biggest mover is going to be Damon Nagel because he has come from the back all to the front or to the top 15.
We could always call it Starkin.
Starkin. I like it. Starkin. I like it.
That's our new car.
America runs on Starkin. Okay. Glory runs on Starkin. No. But go ahead. It's your show.
I had it for a minute there, and then you said that, and I completely lost everything. But no, we could always say that Southern Broadcast Gaming runs on Starkin.
Yeah, 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 yeah. There we go. There we go. Well, we do have a new leader out front, and that is going to be Dylan Hervatin. Dylan Hervatin has, came up through the field about 8 positions, now out leading the race over Zach Mecca. Zach Mecca right there on his back bumper. Now, this could be, they are saving tires. They don't have a lot of tires, and we still have a lot of racing left to go. As we are only at lap 31, we will see a caution come out. At lap 75 for the stage break. But as of right now, that 36 is out front leading this pack of cars. Scott Healy dropped down 2 positions. He's riding in the third position. With Darren Bruce up 7, I'm glad to see him running very well, up 7 positions in the fourth. He's keeping up with these faster drivers that we see up front every week, and he won last week. And he said he wasn't too sure about Charlotte, but it looks like he's very, very sure tonight.
All right, let's see if we can get this to cooperate this time. Load project. All right. So, how about now? Maybe.
What's the matter?
I'm waiting for it to flip from Apex Energy.
Now, are you hitting apply, not just OK, right?
Hold
Once you
on.
load in the project, you have to hit apply and then OK.
Hold on.
Well, we're holding.
Where do you... Because see, when I load it in, I just load project, hit open, and then... Where do
Wrong.
you...
Wrong. F3. F3.
Right. And load project.
No. Load style overrides.
In case anyone was wondering what's going to happen to Richard tonight, he's not going to last. He's going to get hurt.
No, you're supposed to be the one in training, and I've been trying to get you on to learn this stuff, so that way you are fluent. All right. Well, we are on the battle of.
Let me flip. Where are you at?
Do
Go
what?
back here. Are you watching the broadcast? Stop. No. Sorry.
Mute yourself. All right, she is still on that little battle of Damon Nagel. Damon Nagel is trying to catch up to Joel Munchel. Joel Munchel up 11 positions. Damon Nagel up 13 positions. This is going to be the battle of the biggest movers of the race. And it looks like Damon Nagel, he has a chance to win this tonight, as he is showing that he is very, very fast. His last time by, I want to see what his was a 30.39, which is one of the fastest cars on the track. Dylan Hervatin is at a 3.15. So he is going to be the fastest car on the track, but still a lot of racing. Excuse me, Stephen Light. Or Zach Stevens is the fastest car on the track he was at a 30.11. This time by, he was at a 30.44. But Damon Nagel, still one of the fastest cars on the track, second fastest to be exact, 30.33 compared to the leader, which is 30.31. All right, how are you making out? Amanda, what's going on? Yeah, go to your overlays, style overrides. Hit the three little dots. Now import. No, and just do import. If you downloaded that file, hit import. Yes. And okay. All right. Now bring up your towers. Go back. Go to live. Just hit play in live. Why is what not showing up? Hit play and live. It's still in slow mo. No, it's still in slow mo. Oh, there it goes. Now hit live. Well, you got to remember, I'm about 30 seconds behind you on YouTube. So what? What's up? You shouldn't have to. Just give it a few minutes and it should pop up. Make sure it's not hidden. Also, who are you on? Zach Stevens. All right. So it sounds like pit stops have commenced. Um, And it looks like the 64 of Scott Healy, he is starting to track down that 36, and we might have a lead change here just before green flag pit stops. You're still copy link side by side. Are you still sharing? Okay, never mind. Okay, you got a track map up. All right, you got a track map up. You're going somewhere. All right, now play your tower
All right, so go here, maybe.
or ticker.
Mm. All right, hold on. Let me.
Well, as pit stops have commenced, and it looks like that 36 of Dylan Herbotten has pulled away quite a bit from second place of Darren Bruce, but the 64 was right on the back bumper of the 36. Oh, we got a wreck. The caution is out, and that's going to collect Darren Bruce, and it's put quite a few people under one lap down. And I'm gonna go back and take a look at that. I know y'all cannot see this, but we're gonna go back and take a look. So Hervotten collected Dylan Bruce and or Darren Bruce. Sorry about that. So it looks like he might have been trying to go into the pits. And that's going to cause. So that means Dylan will get a black flag for that particular incident.
All right, when you get a chance, can you check the screen for me?
You do, but you're still on. Why are you not loading into that?
What do you mean?
Why is it not working? I mean, the tower's working, but the file is not.
I don't know.
All right. The 36 will receive an EOL.
Go back here. See, and that is so small that I can't see it.
Okay, I see it. I see it. And it looks. At least it's on the stream.
I can only see my tower when I go to the stream.
You can only see your tower when you go.
Yep. I have to be on the Streamlabs program to see my tower.
I already got him,
Okay.
Chris.
All right, so we are actually under our, I do believe this is the third caution of the night, contrary to what my tower says. And we have a couple takers for pit
Fourth caution.
stops. Fourth caution? Oh, fourth caution of the night. Thank you, Richard. You're not muted, by the way. Go through and take a look. Our Starkin truck is, or Starkin car is in the pits. Curtis Ecker with his SBGN logo on the American flag. Very nice. Kyle Chafin, his yellow red paint scheme.
All right, so
Very
can you
nice.
not see the tower anymore?
I
Still?
can see it, but I can only, like I said, I can only see it on Streamlabs. Does that make sense?
On Streamlab. What?
So the, I have our live feed pulled up. You know how we go live?
Yeah.
That's the only way I can see the tower.
Do you see anything on your screen?
The race.
Track map, anything?
Mm-mm. I have it on Streamlabs though, on OBS.
Yeah, it's supposed to be on OBS. That's the only place that's going to pull up. Unless you click your SDK Gaming Live HUD. That's the only way it's going to pop up on your screen.
And we are back to green flag racing. Let's see. 53 laps in out of 150. You know, Richard, you summoned it.
Oh, 44 is going to be around, no caution.
All right, me. You're unmuted, so. And we are back under caution already. Let's see if we can see what happened. Curtis Ecker has hit the pits. I'm not seeing anything as to why exactly. So we're just going to continue on. So that would be the 5th caution of the night, Richard?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Joel Munchell is still sitting in the pits. This is not looking good for Starbucks. Or Starkin. There will be no coffee tonight, folks. Let's see. Oh, J Munch says he still has 2 minutes of required repairs. That was a BS incident. Oh, man. We are still under caution. Let's see.
All right, I'll be back.
All right.
Gotta go down to.
All right. I muted yours, so just let me know when you come back. I'll mute you.
Okay.
And Chris Isaacs is now crashed. I feel like SDK does that on purpose. It'll tell you that there's a crash. It'll tell you there's something exciting, and there's nothing there because they've logged out. Looking through. So when we get ready to go back, green flag racing, Scott Healy is still sitting in the first place position, followed by Darren Bruce, Sean Anderson, Justin Shoop in fourth, Cody B. Johnson in fifth, Lucas Reed in sixth. Seventh is going to be Chase Greer. Matt Banky is going to be eighth, Damon Nagel ninth, and Nathan Lafayette is going to be sitting in 10th. And currently tied for biggest mover of the night, both of 14 positions. We've got Chase Greer and Damon Nagel, followed by Nathan Lafayette, who is up 12 positions from where he started when we first started racing this evening. Let's see. And pace car lights are off. So we should be looking to go green flag racing here in just a moment. All right, we are still. And there goes the pace car. And we are back to green flag racing. Scott Healy taking that jump out in front with Justin Shoop just a little ways behind him, closely followed by Darren Bruce and Sean Anderson. Definitely trying to make their way up towards that top spot. We got a little bit of side by side back here. Let's see who that is. That, well, and
Sean
these guys,
Anderson and Cody Johnson.
is that who that is? Listen,
Yep. And for the third position.
yes. No, I was further back.
Oh.
Do you want me to unmute you?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
Ooh. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Oh, somebody's in the wall.
That was the 69. Joe Mancho. No caution.
No.
Single car.
Oh. And now we are under caution. Lucas Reed has crashed. Let's go forward. Let's go back to where it threw the caution. And let's take a look and see if we can see what SDK is talking about. Oh.
47-36. Oh, my God.
The 10. Yep. There's the Lucas Street crash. Single car incident smacked right into the wall. Oh, and that's where he took a couple other people out as well.
I did clear it, but I didn't throw it. None of us threw it.
All right. Well, while we are under caution, sixth caution of the night, I'm keeping track. Rick should be proud.
Good deal. Good deal.
Go ahead and run this little thing real quick.
Yep.
All
All right. We will be looking into why you had a black flag there, Justin. I did clear your penalty and gave you the waiver round, but we're going to be looking into that because none of us gave you a black flag. So if we find out it was an accident, then you're fine. But if it was something else, there might be a penalty.
Are you a
You know, next
veteran
race.
or currently serving? Or perhaps you're a civilian that has a veteran in your life? We want to stack up with you. StackUp.org brings both veterans and civilians together through a shared love of gaming. StackUp serves not only active duty troops and veterans in the U.S., but also our allies throughout the world. We do this through 4 primary programs. Supply crates, giant boxes of the latest in games and gear sent to active duty troops and veterans to raise morale, build camaraderie, and help combat post-traumatic stress. Air assaults, where we fly deserving veterans to life-changing gaming and geek culture events. The Stacks, our local volunteer teams coming together to support military personnel around their community. And our Stop Squad, Stack Up suicide awareness and mental health support team. Our trained volunteers are on call 24/7 if you're looking to talk with someone about your problems. We're here to help. Please reach out to us through
What's
StackUp.org
up?
to find out how we can support you or the veteran in your life
Yeah.
today.
She bent the axle.
Damn.
Yep. And then she wants to fix it cheap, and I'm like, you can't fix it cheap. It's a 4x4.
Yep. Going green.
Right. All right, we are back to green flag racing. Scott Healy still holding it down out front with Darren Bruce and the swarm of Cody B. Johnson, Sean Anderson, Chase Greer, and Zach Mecca closely behind them. They are followed closely by a single file line of Damon Nagel, Balin Powell, and Nathan Lafayette has put a gap between himself and Balin Powell, so they're not as close as they were. Looks like Balin Powell and Damon Nagel are utilizing the draft line right there with Chase Greer and Cody B. Johnson making their way around here. Chase Greer utilizing the inside line to move up to the 5th position. He is now the biggest mover of the race, up 16 positions from where he started. The 86 of Damon Nagel utilizing the inside line, trying to work his way around the 8 of Cody B. Johnson. Looks like Balin Powell is looking to find a way through, and Cody Johnson and Damon Nagel said, "Not today, buddy, not today." SDK is not as nice as it normally is tonight. Let's go through. Let's let SDK decide what's exciting. Oh. Apparently there was a yellow flag and I missed it. So let's take a look and see what happened. That is the 44 of Mr. Kyle Chafin. Not really showing too much there. Go back live. All right, we are on lap 71 out of 150, and we are on our 7th caution of the night. Not really sure what brought that caution about, as I didn't see anything that was really eventful, but sometimes SDK has other ideas. Scott Healy obviously still holds down the lead, followed by Darren Bruce, Chase Greer, Damon Powell, Damon Nagel, Balin Powell. Sorry, guys. Cody B. Johnson, Nathan Lafayette, Colton Hopfner, Curtis Ecker, and Jeffrey Rudick to round out your top 10 so far. Right, pace car lights are still on. Looks like the guys are ready to not be under caution. Got a couple of cars look like they are out for the evening. Looks like Joel Munchell, Jack Nunemacher, and James Manderud are all out. That's a shame because I did enjoy that paint job of the 69 of Joel Munchell, and then also the M&M's car, the 23 of Jack Nunemacher. All right, pace car lights look to be off. So now we get to go green flag racing once again. Looks like we have several takers for the pits at this time. Let's go through and see. Well, we'll let SDK tell us what's exciting for a minute. Oh. Pace car lights are on. I don't know why I thought they were off a minute ago. Maybe it's just the shadows. Sorry about that, folks. I had to sneeze, so I don't want to keep my mic live when I have to sneeze. It does not snow in Florida. However, it does pollen in Florida, which is the South's equivalent to snow. Just yellow, green. Not fun. Alright, looks like pace car lights are off, so we should be going green again in just a moment. As you can see, everybody's lining up side by side, waiting for that pace car to dip off, and there it goes. Now we're just waiting for it. Then there's the green flag. Scott Healy once again making a jump out there, but this time Darren Bruce is right behind him, closely followed by Mr. Damon Nagel, who is now the biggest mover of the race tonight, up 20 positions from where he started, followed by Chase Greer, who is up 17 positions from where he started, and Nathan Lafayette, who's also up 17 positions from where he started. You've got Zach Mecca and Matt Banky battling it out back here for the 6th position. Looks like Matt is going to lose out to Zach for the moment. A little bit of a gap between Matt Banky and Stephen Light. And then we have also got a little bit of a battle going on between it was between Sean Anderson and Justin Shoup. It's like Damon Nagel has dropped back. Oh, he has crashed. Let's take it back and take a look. We are now under our 8th caution of the night. Oh, it looks like he just could not hold it together for a moment. Didn't look like there was any contact in that, just that he was making a left-hand turn, and instead of making a soft left-hand turn, made a sharp left-hand turn and drove into the infield. Luckily, it appears that he did not take anybody else out with him during that incident. He also did not sustain any damage. He managed to keep it off of the wall.
How you making out?
I'm good.
I'll tell you what, race control is a full-time job.
I'm not as exciting as you, but I'm good.
Yeah, yeah. Race control is an absolute full-time job. You gotta definitely dissect the incidents, and don't mind your Discord chat because I've just been typing stuff in there for race notes.
Oh, I haven't even been looking at it.
Good.
So I have 7 viewers out there currently. Thank you guys for tuning in and dealing with me tonight because Richard's busy.
Oh yeah,
Careful, you're live.
busy, busy. Oh yeah, I was just saying. Yeah, I'm busy.
Yeah. I mean, I don't doubt that one bit. So,
So yeah, my hat's off to anybody that does race control because it does take a lot, to make sure all the right calls are called on the track, or wait until the end to review it later. Yeah, my hat's off to race control. It is a job and a half.
yeah, it's not something that I have any experience with. I think I'm good with where I'm at.
Well, this is my first time really doing race control. Also,
Oh, I did not know that.
wait a minute here. How many laps we got left?
We are currently on 81 out of 151.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, so earlier we were talking about, I told you I can only see my tower and stuff on my OBS.
Mm-hmm.
And you said something about, my other SDK thing not popping open. Apparently, it was waiting for you to say something to decide, oh, now we're going to work. But it's fine. It's fine. So it looks like the pace car lights are off again. So now we're just going to wait for that to pop off. And Richard, I'm going to mute you again, buddy.
Go ahead.
Scott Healy really holding it down in that first position, followed by Darren Bruce up 9 from where he started in second position. Zach Mecca is down 1 from where he started in third. Chase Greer sitting in fourth, up 17 positions from where he started. I do believe he was the biggest mover a few minutes ago, and he is still the biggest mover as of right now, up 17 positions from where he started. Matt Banky up 12 positions from where he started in fifth. Nathan Lafayette up 16 positions from where he started in sixth. Balin Powell up 11 from where he started in seventh. Stephen Light actually down 4 positions from where he started, sitting in eighth. Sean Anderson in ninth, and Cody B. Johnson in 10th. And the pace car is off. So we are back to green flag racing, guys and gals. The Canadian Banana. Those are some weird looking trucks. That's what you call a race car. Just saying. Scott Healy out here in front with Zach Mecca close behind him with Darren Bruce, not far behind him. Zach Mecca is not going to make it easy for Scott Healy this time around. And Scott Healy looks like he is going to use that stretch to try to put a gap between himself and Zach Mecca. And Zach Mecca is not letting him take that space that he feels like he needs. Darren Bruce closely behind them, followed by Matt Banky. Balin Powell making his way around Matt. Chase Greer now close behind the 35 of Matt Banky.
I'll be back.
Okay. See, while these guys are up here battling it out, let's take a look and see what else is going on. You've got the 35 and the 40 battling out. Oh, they touched doors. And it appears that Matt Banky lost control for just a minute, but he managed to hold it together and bring himself back on track. So, Canadian Banana, what happened is we had a little oops earlier, and we actually switched computers completely, and it may have been missed in the rush to switch everything over. So that's my bad. 8 viewers out here joining me tonight. Thanks, guys, for popping on and hanging out with me during the race. Zach Mecca is still up here giving Scott Healy some hell. He is definitely not not going to let that first position go easily. And Darren Bruce is right there in the third position, holding his spot, not letting either one of those guys have a moment to breathe. A little bit further back, we've got Balin Powell, Chase Greer, and Stephen Light. Stephen Light making his way on the inside line to make his way around the 40 of Chase Greer, and he did so successfully. Now he's got his sights set on Mr. Balin Powell. Looks like Balin Powell's going to put up a little bit of a tough fight with Stephen Light. Go back a little bit and see what else is going on. All right, looks like the 48 of Colton Hoffner and 00 of Nathan Lafayette were having a whole moment back there. And it appears that Damon Nagel may have smacked the wall and went off track. So let's go take a look and see if it'll show me what exactly happened here. No, he did not touch the wall. He just once again lost control and went off track. So that's definitely an interesting moment. It also says Chris Isaacs has crashed. So let's take a look and see what happened to Chris in his number 3 Genesis car. And not, oh, now it shows me. I did mention earlier that SDK is not the friendliest of systems this evening. It's definitely not the nicest for me. So there is Chris making a right-hand turn when he should be making a left into the wall. All right, and there is the 00 of Nathan Lafayette. So this is going to be our 9th caution of the night. And it appears, Richard can come correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe not. No, that is not. Looks like the lap down car, Lucas Reed. If I'm reading this correctly, he is down 2 laps and he is going to try to catch up on those while we are under caution. We are on lap 92 out of 150. All right, so currently Scott Healy still holding it down up front. Zach Mecca right behind him with Balin Powell still sitting in third, still up 15 positions from where he started. pace car lights are still on. All right, looks like those pace car lights are off finally. I'm sure these guys are kind of tired of watching those flashing lights so far. Next. Now we'll just be watching for the pace car to pop off so that we can go back green flag racing. And pace car is off. And we are back to green flag racing. So it looks like the guys towards the front are made themselves into a little swarm. The 13 of Sean Anderson making his way around the 8 of Cody B. Johnson. Cody B. Johnson squeezing him up into that wall. See what SDK deems exciting so far. Zach Mecca up there making sure that Scott Healy knows he is still there and not going anywhere anytime soon. Balin Powell, Cody B. Johnson, and Sean Anderson, their little single file line, not far off from our leaders. The 9 of Justin Shoup, not too far off from behind of them. Followed by Matt Banky, Stephen Light, Damon Nagel, and Darren Bruce back here battling it out for 9th position. Darren Bruce utilizing that inside line to make his way around Mr. Damon Nagel. Here we've got the 48 of Colton Hopner, followed by Chase Greer on the inside. Who is... Oh. Kyle Chafin appears to be a lap down car. Oh. And there's the infamous SDK shuffle. All right. Looks like the 99 of Stephen Light is going to utilize the inside line to make his way around the 9 of Justin Shoop. Stephen Light looking to make his way up into the top 5. Ooh. Looks like Lucas Reed may have tapped the ball, went off track, and came back, so he seems to be all okay. No incident was thrown for that. The number 9 of Justin Shoop making his way around Sean Anderson. Looks like Justin Shoop is going to utilize different lines to make his way around. He was on the inside line a few minutes ago. Now he's on the outside line, making his way around the 11 of Balin Powell. Sean Anderson right back there with Balin, trying to make sure. It looks like they're trying to make sure that Darren Bruce doesn't make his way through, while also trying to make their way around the 9 of Justin Shoop. And these guys are going to go ahead and almost take it 3 wide. See, you got the 11 of Balin Powell trying to figure out which line is going to be better to make his way around the 13 of Sean Anderson. Like I said, Darren Bruce is still right there with them. I'm not sure which move he's going to make. Stephen Light has now made his way up into the 3rd place position. Not sure how he slipped through, but Stephen Light is a fast driver, so anything is possible. Zach Mecca still holding it down up front. Cody B. Johnson now in the 3rd place position with Stephen Light in 2nd and Scott Healy in 4th. Darren Bruce now pushing his way through. Looks like they may take a break from trying to work around each other and go single file for a moment, but that moment has lasted. It's come and it's gone, and now the 13 of Sean Anderson is looking to that high line, maybe to the low line, trying to figure out where he's going to go to make his way up. Let's see. Ooh, excuse me. Looks like the 88 of Damon Nagel is leading the pack of Matt Benke, Curtis Ecker, Colton Hoffner, and Lucas Reed. Thought I was missing something for a moment there, but Damon Nagel's car has an 88 on it, and it's 86 in SDK. So if I call it incorrectly, it's my apologies. Looks like we have got, who is 35? All right, Matt Benke and Lucas Reed back here battling it out for 10th place position. Who is in the cat car? Let's see.
It's going to be Colton in that 48.
Is that who that is?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. SDK did a whole shuffle, and I was trying to figure out which one it was. And Stephen Light has now taken over the first place position.
So Stephen Light was on a very interesting pit strategy. He had some damage. He ended up taking a set of tires very, very early in the race. Yeah, pretty much at lap 23. So that put him down a set of tires. Then he got, with one of the cautions, he was able to get back on the same pit strategy with the rest, but he was still on an old set of tires. So he saved he saved a set of tires in the pits when almost went a lap down, or did go a lap down, and so now he adds an extra set of tires in the pits. With only 35 laps left to go, he still has still another set of tires. Lap 91 was the last time that he pitted. Everybody else was pretty much 73 to 79, and it looks like we got a couple going in, and it looks like he is going to go in on the same pit strategy with everybody else.
So maybe that will work to his advantage then, because I did see that he did make his way up through the field fairly quickly not that long ago. I was actually watching other battles go through, and Stephen Light was so smooth and slick with the moves that he made that he pretty much flew under the radar.
Yeah, and the leaders knew that he was a lot faster on those fresher tires than they had. But I would expect to see Darren Bruce and Chase Greer. They are the biggest movers. Chase Greer is the biggest mover of the race, and Damon Nagel is the second biggest mover. I expect them to stay out because their last pit stop was at lap 91, so they may have a pretty good amount of fuel left in those race cars.
That's very possible. Yeah, and I'm seeing here that Stephen Light is actually down a lap after taking that pit.
All right, I'll be back.
Okie dokie. Darren Bruce up here holding down the lead, currently up 10 positions from where he started. Chase Greer going to be currently sitting in second, up 19 positions from where he started. David Nagel sitting in third. He is currently going to be the biggest mover of the night, up 20 positions from where he started. Curtis Ecker sitting in fourth. Lucas Reed in fifth. Nathan Lafayette currently sitting back here in sixth, and he is currently battling with, who is that? Well, actually, he is not battling. That's Jeffrey Rudick. Looks like Jeffrey is going to be making up a lap at this time. Let's see. Zach Mecca sitting in seventh. Scott Healy sitting in eighth. Stephen Light currently sitting in ninth. Cuddy B. Johnson sitting in 10th. Balin Powell in 11th. Jeffrey Rudick in 12th. Sean Anderson in 13th. Jeffrey Shoup in 14th. 15th is going to be Matt Banky. 16th is going to be Colton Hopfner. Kyle Chafin's going to be back here in 17th in that 44. Christopher Alkire riding around in the 43, sitting in 18th. Looks like everyone else has left. So we won't look for those cars. I don't know how many of you guys were in here earlier, but definitely let us know. This is patriotic night. So if there is a car that you love the paint scheme, shout them out in the chat and let us know. And we are now under caution again. This is going to be our 10th caution of the night. Matt Banky has crashed. Let's go take a look and see what happened and if he took any casualties with him during his wreck. A lot of these guys have done fairly well, not taking anyone else out with them when they crash. However, it does not appear that it was just Matt. So let's go find the 19 of Curtis Ecker. So it appears Curtis crashed first, and he crashed coming out of the pits. Oh, and it looks like he hit the apron, could not control it, went into the wall. So, yep. Went on the apron, overcorrected, went into the wall, and took Matt out with him, unfortunately. So, with that, we've got a couple of cars taking to the pits currently. So 10th caution of the night. We have 25 laps left to go. All right. Well, while we are under caution, let's see. So, for those of you who have been with Southern Broadcast Racing and now Southern Broadcast Gaming, following on with Richard and all his broadcasting, we have actually created a merchandise store. We have shirts, sweatshirts, kid-sized shirts. There's coffee mugs. For those of you who are drivers, we can also customize a shirt or a tote bag or a coffee mug with the likeness of whichever car you like that you race. We can put that together for you and set it up, and you can share that, buy your own, show it off, share it with friends and family, all that jazz. There's just a preview of everything that we currently have in our current bonfire store. It is something that we have worked on and put together, and I am quite proud of it, to be honest. So if you see something that you like but you want to customize just a little bit, feel free to reach out to either Richard or myself, and we can get that fixed and hook you up with that link for whichever product campaign it is that you are interested in. I know that some of the guys have coffee cups already, and then the shirts are comfy and popular. It's not hoodie season anymore unless you're a teenager. Because only in Florida in 70-degree weather do the teenagers wear hoodies. All right, it looks like our pace car lights are off. Let's see if we can get a better angle to see when the pace car jumps off. We have 22 laps to go. Pace car is off. And we are back to a green flag racing. Looks like Darren Bruce is going to hold it down in the lead, followed by Damon Nagel and Chase Greer battling it out for that second place position. Fourth place is going to be Lucas Reed, followed by Nathan Lafayette in fifth. Scott Healy is back here in sixth. Stephen Light is in seventh, making moves from where he was not that long ago. Cody B. Johnson is going to be in eighth. Sean Anderson, Balin Powell, Zach Mecca, Justin Shoup, and Matt Banky. Well, Matt Banky is a little bit further back. These guys are back here battling it out. And we have another caution. We have a wreck. Let's take a look. Looks like Justin Shoup and Colton Hopner have both wrecked. So let's take a look and see what happened. Let's slow it down just a little bit so we can see it a little bit better as far as what exactly happened here. Ooh. Ooh. So let's go back and let's watch this from the view of Cody Johnson's car, because it looks like Cody Johnson went off track, came back on track. There was some contact made with another car, and then chaos ensued. And he went on a spin cycle for sure. So it looks like here there appears to be some contact made with the 43. And then he makes contact with the 48. Balin Powell had some great evasive maneuvers right there. Managed to stay out of that mishap for the moment. You get the 48 and the, what is that? Is that 09? We're going to go with 09 with their not quite synchronized, but synchronized wreckage. All right, let's go back live. The 11th caution of the night. All right, with 17 laps to go, it does appear that those pace car lights are not off yet. Looks like Darren Bruce is going to be leading the pack this time around with Chase Greer right behind him, followed by Lucas Reed, Damon Nagel, Nathan Lafayette, Stephen Light, Sean Anderson, Balin Powell, Scott Healy, and Justin Shoup rounding out our top 10. All right, now it appears that those pace car lights are off. And guys up here side by side, ready for that pace car to jump off so that they can make a go at it. Let's see if we can make this one last long green flag run. Only time will tell. It appears that our field of drivers for tonight has dwindled down quite a bit. The pace car is off. And we are back to green flag race, and Darren Bruce jumping out there, making sure he puts a gap between himself and Chase Greer. Lucas Reed now jumping up into the second position spot, actually just battling it out with Lucas Reed. Nathan Lafayette, Sean Anderson, and we have another wreck. Another yellow flag is thrown out. Stephen Light is definitely in that wreck. The 13 of Sean Anderson as well. Let's take it back and take a look and see if we can see what exactly happened. All right, let's take the slow-mo and see if we can see where initial contact was made. It looks like the 86/88 of Damon Nagel made a hard left-hand turn prematurely. We noticed that he has been having some steering issues this evening, so maybe that had something to do with it. Let's see. So let's see if we can change the view here just a little bit. See if we can see something a little bit different from what we saw a moment ago. Taking it back just a wee bit. Let's pause that for just a second, take it back a little bit more. So we see that the 86/88 of Damon Nagel goes into the side of 13. Sean Anderson, Stephen Light is, I do believe he's right there behind the 88. And that is how he becomes a casualty in this whole mess. 88 into the rear quarter panel of the 13. Stephen Light has nowhere to go but into the side of that 13 car. The 11 of Balin Powell once again makes an evasive maneuver. And I do believe that's the second time tonight that Balin Powell has been able to make a maneuver to avoid any damage to his car in this race tonight. All right, so let's go back up here. We are once again, this is going to be our 11th caution of the evening. Chase Greer up in that second position spot. He is currently our biggest mover of the night. 19 spots up from where he started. Darren Powell in first. He's up 10 spots from where he started. Lucas Reed in third, also up 10 spots from where he started. Nathan Lafayette in fourth, currently up 18 positions from where he started. So not far off. It's they're definitely making a good show of things for tonight. Balin Powell's up 13 positions from where he started, currently sitting in fifth. Sixth is going to be Scott Healy. Seventh is going to be Jeffrey Rudick. Damon Nagel's going to be in eighth. Sean Anderson in ninth. Colton Hopner in 10th, running out your top 10. Stephen Light is going to be right back here in 11th, and Justin Shoup is sitting in 12th. Cody B. Johnson is in 13th. He's currently in the pits, as well as Matt Banky. He is 14th, but he is currently leaving the pits. Ron Fenton said 99 may have pushed a little bit. I would have to go back and look. Ron, for what I saw, it just looked like a lack of control. That car has had a little bit of control issues this evening from what we've seen. So I can't say for sure. I can only speculate, honestly. All right. So while we are waiting for that pace car to jump off once again, it does appear that those lights are off. Just kind of waiting for that pace car to jump off. Everybody is side by side, ready for that pace car to jump off, ready to go back. Green flag racing, 11 cautions later. We are at 11 laps to go. Don't pay attention to the caution counter on top of my tower. It does not know how to count. And there goes that pace car as we make our way around this turn. We're going to be getting ready to go green. And there it is. We are now back. Green flag racing. Yeah. I did take it back a little bit, Ron, to kind of see maybe if I could see what it was. But like I said, I couldn't tell if there was a push, but it just looked like there was some control issues. And if you watch the whole race later on, you'll see that there was some control issue. That particular car, the 86/88, went off track twice earlier in the race, and it didn't look like it was really any fault. Maybe just technical issues with equipment. And we are back under caution for the 12th time. That was a very fast green to yellow. Chase Greer and Nathan Lafayette currently sitting in second and third. They are currently tied for biggest movers of the night. Damon Nagel would be second for biggest mover, up 16 positions from where he started. All right, I got 11 viewers out there watching. Thank you guys for joining me. Like I said, I'm not as fun as Richard. I'm not as loud and exciting as Richard, but I do try to make sure that you guys enjoy the race while you are watching it. Gonna kind of ride around for a minute. Keep an eye on those pace car lights. We have 8 laps to go. We are 12 cautions in. Thank you, Ron. I appreciate that. Stephen Light crash. Let's go take a look and see what happened there. You know, we'll keep it on this view just to see. Maybe it'll be something. It's not. SDK has a habit of it will tell us that something exciting happened, like a crash happened, and then they park and jump to pits. SDK is greatly confused when it comes to what is exciting and what is not. There's that 40 of Chase Greer, making sure that Darren Bruce knows that he is there and that he is definitely not going to back down without a fight, especially being in the top 3 with 6 laps to go, I do believe. Yes. All right, pace car lights are off, so it's going to be a battle of who is going to be the fastest when that pace car dips off and that green flag flies. Hopefully we can make it through these next 6 laps with no more cautions, but I am not going to jinx, guys. We're just gonna go with whatever happens, happens. That's what we're gonna go with. As my dad used to say, that's my story. That's it. Yeah, for some reason tonight, Ron, I've noticed it appears that SDK does throw quite a bit of stuff out there. So, pace car is off. And we are back to green flag race. And we're going to ride here behind the 40 of Chase Greer as he makes his way around and away from Scott Healy. If he can make his way around away from Scott, which was not possible. So the 64 of Scott has now passed him. Nathan Lafayette passing him as well. Chase not letting that one go lightly. Chase going to hold down his third place position currently. Darren Bruce and Scott Healy up here battling it out for first and second. You got a swarm behind Chase of Nathan Lafayette, Lucas Reed, Balin Powell, all trying to make their way up in this last 5-lap rush. A little bit further back, we see we've got these drivers side by side. There's the 11 of Balin Powell with Lucas Reed next to him. And if these guys aren't careful, they're gonna wreck. And there's another yellow flag. No sooner did I start to say it, it happened. So the 11 of Balin Powell is where we are going to go back. And we're going to take a look a little bit closer and see what happened. It looks like they got a little brave and they were trying to take it 3 wide and it did not work. That is not a safe or comfortable position to be in on a track this narrow. So the 11 of Balin Powell and the 8 of Cody B. Johnson ended up going into the wall together. So slow it down just a little bit. Take it back just a little bit. There is the 8 of Cody B. Johnson making his way on that high line, taking these guys 3 wide. Looks like the 10 moves over a little bit. Looks like there may have been some contact with the 8 and the 11. Then there is definitely contact with the 8 and the 11. The 11's pancaking the 8 up into the wall, spinning around, and luckily everyone behind them appears to have been able to make evasive maneuvers to avoid that wreck. So 3 laps to go. We are under our 13th caution of the night. I do not have my race notes in front of me, but I do believe we will have 3 attempts at a green-white checkered. It's like Colton Hopfner has crashed. So 48. Let's go back and take a look and see if we see anything on that. Oh, looks like he went on the apron and crashed into the wall, not onto anything. Right, let's go up here. So with 3 laps to go, Darren Bruce is currently sitting in our lead position, followed by Scott Healy, Chase Greer, Nathan Lafayette, Lucas Reed, rounding out your top 5. Sean Anderson, Damon Nagel, Jeffrey Rudick, Colton Hopfner, and Matt Banky to round out your top 10 so far with 3 laps to go. And I apologize tonight, folks, for the sniffles. Like I said earlier, it does not snow in Florida. However, it does pollen, so everything is green or yellow, depending on what color the pollen appears to be on what vehicle you're looking at. My black truck has a yellow hue to it. It's definitely no fun, and the allergy meds do not last 24 hours as they claim to.
The money marketing scheme.
It's definitely something. All right, looks like those pace car lights are off.
Two really big movers up there in the actually three really big movers up there in the top 10.
Yes, Chase
Damon
Greer, Nathan
Nagel,
Lafayette, and Damon Nagel.
which I like that green on his car. You know, it's a very nice color. No
That
pink tonight.
is no, there's no pink, but that is a nice seafoam green, and that is some sort of coffee brand. So maybe you'll have to ask him about that later. All right, that pace car is off, and we are back to green flag racing with 2 laps to go. Darren Bruce jumping
Be back.
out, leaving a gap between himself and Scott Healy. Chase Greer not far off from those two. Nathan Lafayette and Sean Anderson. What? Oh, and Lucas Reed back here battling it out, trying to make their way up, and we have a white flag. So let's take a look. Scott Healy is definitely not going to let Darren Bruce rest or make an easy win tonight. That is definitely a for sure thing. So we are now in our final lap. Scott Healy and Darren Bruce literally battling it out on this last lap. And There was some contact there. Scott Healy coming in first, Darren Bruce second, Chase Greer, the biggest mover of the night, up 18 positions from where he started, finishing in third. Sean Anderson fourth. Yeah, Ron, it looks it does look like seafoam green on my screen, but I'm gonna ask him. I'm definitely gonna ask him later what color his car was. It is pretty. As long as he doesn't come back with a number. All right. So Sean Anderson finishing in fourth, Lucas Reed fifth, Nathan Lafayette sixth, Damon Nagel seventh, Jeffrey Rudick eighth, Balin Powell ninth, Matt Banky 10th, Colton Hopfner 11th, 12th is going to be Zach Mecca. Kyle Chafin is going to be finishing in 13th. 14th is going to be Cody B. Johnson. Justin Shoup finishing in 15th. Christopher Alkire in 16th. Stephen Light finishing in 17th. Curtis Ecker 18th. Brianna Laurent finishing in 19th. Chris Isaacs 20th. Zach Stevens is going to be finishing in 21st. Dylan Herbatin 22nd. Joel Munchell finishing in 23rd. Jack Nunemacher finishing in 24th, and James Manderud finishing in 25th position tonight.
What a wild finish that was right there at the end with Scott Healy and Darren Bruce. Coming out of turn number 4, side by side, Darren Bruce did get a little bit loose, and he was unable to hold it. He was able to hold on to second, but it would have been awesome to see those two finish side by side, coming out of turn number 4. But Sean Anderson, he almost got a third place win. Chase Greer came up from the grass and pretty much rear-ended the 40 there and pushed him across the line in third. So Sean Anderson was inches away from finishing in the top 3. But very exciting, very exciting finish there.
It definitely was. That's for sure. We're having a debate on the 88 car. I said seafoam green. Ron says teal.
It kind of looks like a 57 Chevy teal green. I think it's 57.
I mean, it's pretty.
Yeah, it's somewhere around the 57 era.
It
is nice.
All right. So, you want to help me do interviews, or are you still?
Oh, I'm looking for Chase Greer. There he is. He's in general. We're going to go ahead and bring him up.
Alrighty.
Chase Greer, this is Richard and Amanda up in the booth. You got a copy.
Gotcha. How you guys doing?
Oh, pretty good, man. It was pretty much a wild race and pretty much a wild finish. You barely brought home the third place finish. Luckily, you got a bump from the rear from Sean Anderson to push you right across the line after coming back up through the grass. Man, talk to us a little bit about your race.
It was good. Just tried to keep it easy in there until the end, and luckily we had me and I can't remember his first name, Darren, had the extra gas, and then we caught everybody a lap down. And then I thank Sean for that. I saw the 2 leaders sort of getting sideways, and I just overcorrected and then hit the grass and got a little loose there. So sorry about that. But overall, good race. Glad to get third and go on to next week.
Absolutely. So you said you had the extra fuel.
It was around the
I think y'all pitted at it. Yeah, I think y'all
Yeah.
pitted at lap 91.
Yeah, so we had more fuel than everybody. That's why we stayed out, and then that caution kept everybody a lap down. So we were hoping they would. I was hoping it would just be between us, but then the winner was super fast. Scott was super fast. Got up there and passed us. So.
Well, it's definitely going to be pretty exciting next week as we leave Charlotte and we go to Atlanta. For 150 laps. That's going to be pretty much big pack racing on that new surface. How are you feeling about that?
I feel pretty good about pack racing. Not so much at Atlanta, but we'll see how it goes.
Absolutely. Well, finishing third on the podium, man, you can grab all the shout outs that you want to give whenever you're ready.
Thanks everybody at 4Y. Thanks Y for doing this, and thanks for Sean for that bump across the line.
All right, we're gonna sit you back down and let you celebrate it a little bit. Congratulations once again, and we'll catch you later.
A little bit.
All right, Darren Bruce is going to be next in his number 27 Ford.
Alrighty.
Got him?
You got
Mr.
it.
Bruce, this is Richard and Amanda up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, you're bringing home another podium. Man, you finished really well last week. You're finishing really well here tonight, man. Talk to us a little bit about your race. That last lap was pretty wild coming out of turn number 4.
Yeah, I thought I'd played her strategy right, but all those cautions there, those last 15, 20 laps, they really shot my strategy all to pieces. That let Scott get new tires and get caught back up, and I knew after that last caution came out when he got back up there, I was pretty much cooked after that. He had several lap newer tires than I did.
So your goose was cooked.
Pretty much.
Still not a bad finish. Car behind you, Chase. He saw y'all get loose. He overcorrected, went through the grass, and got him a bump from the behind to finish third. But man, that was a wild race at the end there. You did a really good job. Glad to see that number 27 up towards the front and on the podiums.
Yeah, it was glad to keep what we had there once he got inside of me. Like I said, he had several lap newer tires than I did, and then when he was coming out of 4, I seen him start drifting up, and I knew he was tight, so I just tried to drift up to try to, give him room to drift up so we both didn't crash out, and I kind of ran out of room at that point and just tried to keep from wrecking.
I hear you. Well, congratulations on that second place finish, and with those podium finishes, you get to give all the shout outs you would like to give.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to you guys for doing the broadcast. You guys do a great job. The admins for putting on this league. It's really been a fun league to run. My Dirty South Racing teammates, my wife, Leah, who lets me do this, my grandchildren who watch, and a little shout out to my daughter who I got to go watch yesterday to get her doctorate from University of Virginia. That's a pretty special thing there, but I appreciate it.
Awesome. Well, we will let you get down to your teammates, and y'all go celebrate, and we will catch you next week at Atlanta for 150 laps there. How you feeling about that?
Pretty good, line. That's pretty good track. Also, I forgot, I want to get a shout out to Genesis Aviation. I forgot them last week, and I apologize for that. They're the ones pushing this whole deal, and also my sponsors, Duckworth Barbecue and Select Seal Coating.
Well, I'm pretty sure they all appreciate that, but we'll let you get down there and celebrate with them. Thank you, and we hope to talk to you next week.
Thank you very much.
All right, last but not least is going to be Mr. Scott Healy. That is our race winner.
You got him?
Yep.
Okay.
Scott, this is Richard and Amanda up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do, man.
Well, you got a win here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. It was a side-by-side battle for the win, and then chaos just hit between the 27. He hit the wall. You just barely scraped by, straightened your car out, and brought home the win. Man, talk to us a little bit about your race.
It was going pretty good. I knew I had a faster car. My pit strategies were on point. I had 2 fresh tires left, and then I used one of them near the end. So I took that and just grinding my way up and almost got into some crashes on the way up, but thankfully made it back up. And those last 2 laps, I just hauled my butt and got up there. Unfortunately, it got a little tight, so I feel very bad for Darren. Didn't mean to put him in the wall or anything like that. Just tough racing, hard racing, good racing. So yeah, I like to see it.
Well, I was in race control tonight, and I was looking at the side by side battle. There was actually no contact between you or him. So
Really?
if there was, it may have been a little bit of net code, but that was very hard racing, man. He appreciated it. He was pretty much smiling ear to ear. But from what I saw, it was a pretty darn good last lap. He knew that you had a little bit faster car because of the tire situation, but man, y'all held it together and you brought home the win. With those wins, man, you can give all the shout outs that you would like to give whenever you're ready.
Yeah, I'd like to give a thanks to you guys for broadcasting. My team, Rev Up Racing, Zach, and my other teammate. And that's about it, other than friends and family and the people who watch. So that's what I'd like to give a thanks to.
Awesome, awesome. Well, you got Atlanta next week. Hope you are ready for some pack racing at Atlanta because 150 laps.
Yes, sir. We'll see how that goes.
Absolutely. Well, we will talk to you later. You have a good night, and once again, congratulations.
Thank you, my man. Have a good night.
You too. All right, Amanda, that's going to conclude our broadcast for this evening. Are you still there?
Yes,
Oh, there you
I
go.
am still. Of course, I'm still here. Yeah, it was a long race yeah, I would say a lot of cautions. 13 cautions total. A lot of laps under caution. A lot of wrecks.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the wrecks were there. I mean, it happens, to the best of everybody. Some tracks are better than others. I was expecting to see a long green flag runs, but we just did not get there. But that's okay.
Yeah. Now, I will say the number 11 of Braylon Powell,
Mhm.
evasive maneuvers of the night.
Yeah, yeah, there was quite a bit of evasive maneuvers on restarts and everything. Some people may have been starting off in the wrong gear. Yeah, had a lot of footage to go through. Um, and like I said, my hats off to the race control people, the people that do the race control, because it is a very tough job to make the right call, to really analyze everything, and you only have a little bit to do it and try to determine an outcome,
Oh, yeah.
and it's very tough. So my
You
hats
gotta
off to
be.
them.
I can't even begin to imagine. I'm gonna stay right here in my broadcaster booth.
Oh, next year you get to do it.
No, maybe.
No.
Maybe. I'll think about it.
But all together, I mean, it was a very fun race. Definitely. Next week is probably going to be a lot of pack racing. So therefore, we probably won't see as many cautions. Atlanta, you can pretty much hold it straight to the floor, and yeah, and should make out all right. But that's going to conclude our broadcast for this evening. Sorry about the mix-up, folks. Me doing race control and trying to broadcast at the same time just was not working out very well. So I took the race control.
He went to
The
work in race control, and I came to work in the broadcast booth.
Absolutely.
But it's
But
fine. I think everything worked out great.
all right.
So,
Well, since it's your show tonight, I'm going to let you shut it down.
I mean, do you have anything else, Richard?
Nope, I appreciate everybody that stopped by and spent the evening with you. Always glad to have them, join the stream.
Oh yeah, we had a good bit of viewers tonight. I appreciate everybody coming out and chatting with me and helping keep things exciting. So if Richard doesn't have anything, on behalf of myself, Richard, and Southern Broadcast Gaming, good night and